This is the voice of solutioners. This week we speak to Boris Kolev.
Hey Boris.
Hello.
How are you, my friend? Good to have you here today on the show of the Voice of Solutioners, showcasing people living here at Serendipia Nest, live in San Francisco. So welcome. Boris has a very interesting story. He's only 27, but started almost more than 15 projects, mainly in Bulgaria, and he has been elected one of the Forbes 30 under 30 in Europe, and he has created a lot of impact in these local communities. But Boris, you told me that your first company was at 17. So I mean, how did it happen that you started so young? Like, tell us a little your story so that our audience can understand.
So first of all, thanks for having me. It's a pleasure for me. It's very I love the place. I love the people. It's really fascinating, and it's very inspiring to be here. And about my company, I actually started when in high school. It was a student company project. It was part of an educational program. So when I was young, with my classmates, we started a student company. I think it was like we were 13, and we started learning about how to do business. It was, it's a student project, so it was just not the real thing, but we were doing all the necessary things like marketing, like accounting, like inventing products, like everything. So this is how I started. It was a school project.
Wow, that's cool. So you were just a passionate and hardworking student, and that's how you started your first company.
Yeah, and then after the years, I just wanted that. I just knew that this was the thing that I wanted to do.
Cool. Yeah, and then I mean, you told me a little bit about your history, and you have had major events in your like teenage years that really like pushed you and provoked you to like move forward and become a bigger person, better person. Maybe would you like to talk about this?
Yeah, it was one of these life moments. Then you have to rethink everything that you have and all your goals and all your what are you doing in your life. It was the loss of my father when I was 17, and I was just a few months ago before getting 18 and before my prom, and everything changed for me. I wanted actually to come and study in the States. I applied to some universities. I got accepted in very good places, but then when something like this happened, you just forget about dreams and forget about the next steps and just try to figure out how you can survive.
Mm-hmm.
So I was in that situations, like 17, just got 18, that I have to find very quickly well-paid job, which is probably impossible, especially in my country, but not only there. I mean, everywhere. Like 18 without education, just get out of high school. It's very hard.
It's hard to get a job that easily in Bulgaria.
Yeah. So the first thing I did was I did some internships, but the first thing I thought was I was part of this student company in my high school. Why don't I start it like a real one? And my thinking was it shouldn't be that different. It should be something like the same. So
what was it?
It was called JT International, and we started as
international.
Yeah,
very global.
Yeah, that was my vision in it. We weren't international. We were three friends. Started as a marketing agency, some digital, and to be honest, we were struggling almost 2 years, and we started splitting before this and arguing because it wasn't very successful. So then after the first fail of the team, because I was left with the legal entity with the company, but then it was the first big failure because we didn't succeed actually working together and everything. So I continued alone, and then I started creating different kind of projects, and at least some of them weren't successful, and then everything goes better.
Yeah, and then I mean, from starting at such a young age, like losing your dad at 17, major event. You just grew through all those teenage years, became a very driven young adult, and you were at what age were you elected Forbes 30 under 30?
Oh, it was like 2013, so it was
24.
Yeah, it's like 4 years ago, but it was way after I've done and had some successful projects and companies, and I don't know. Forbes was just a recognition. It doesn't. I like this kind of stuff. It's important because it gives more passion to the others. Because it's not the point to be in the magazine. The point is that someone else who is struggling can see your story and get inspired. That's the whole point, I think. And
yeah, for sure, it's like to inspire like other young people to become
so
better.
it's not only.
But then what was really the projects and the company that you were recognized for?
It was
at the
for
time?
overall performance, and not performance, but overall investment in the entrepreneurship, and it was for Digimark. It's my last company, which actually we started it like a year before the Forbes thing, but it got very, very quickly growing, and it's one of the most successful IT companies now in the country. I mean,
Nice.
with the highest growth. It's
Congratulations.
yeah.
So, but what is really amazing about your story is that you used, I mean, this success and like the big company that you started to in the end like create more social impact. And I know that you told us several times about your company in personal development in Bulgaria, that you started off of just showing a movie about to your citizens, I mean to your friends, and it became so popular that you started a movement. So how did you start it, and then what are your key like personal development messages that you would like to share with our community?
As you were talking about the Mastermind Foundation, we actually did like about 10 years ago. It was a project about personal development. It was a project about sharing more about all these self-awareness, different methodologies and different sciences to people and translating them. It started like 2007 or 8 after I watched the Secret movie. You know, everyone knows it, and I really wanted to translate it in Bulgarian and make it available to the people. So I got some friends. We collected money. I called the company in the States. They gave me an offer for the rights for the country. We collected money and purchased it, and then translated the movie. And then after it was quite good success, many people ask us, well, are you going to do something next? And then we decided, okay, let's form a community. Let's try to get these people all together every month. Now we started making events every month. It's called Mastermind Party. We're
really cool Mastermind Party.
Yeah, it's called like this.
There.
We invite different kind of people to every time there is a speaker who is showing a topic about personal development, self-growth, sustainability, something psychology, a different kind of it's all on the topic of personal growth and personal development. So it's
Cool.
it's growing, and it's very interesting.
That's really awesome. So, but what are really maybe like if like one personal development like classes or workshop that you had with the Mastermind Foundation, if there is one that you really remembered that like impacted the most your life, and a key message in personal development that you would like to share, what would it be?
Oh, there have been so many. I think most of the thing that you get is that the best thing that you get is that you get inspired, and you have everyone is showing so many examples of successful people and people who have overcome so bad things in their life, and that it's all about that how you think. It's all about the law of attraction. It doesn't matter what kind of technique you're gonna use. If you're using yoga or some Asian techniques or some science like from the West or meditation, everything is about how you think, and this is like at the end it becomes you, and it becomes your achievements in your life. So this is the outcome. It doesn't matter if you're gonna use psychology or NLP or yoga or whatever. I mean, everyone is free to choose his technique and his personal development program, but at the end everyone is trying to have better life, to be happy, and to achieve something that matters. That's the outcome.
That's great. So you basically like first you dream it, then you do it, right?
Yeah, it's how law of attraction works is that you know that thoughts become things. They said, but then thoughts becomes actions. I mean, thoughts become decisions, and actions lead to results. So this is actually the whole. It's not that hard. It's so simple.
Yeah.
So how you think makes you decide how to act, and your actions are transformed into decisions and an outcome in your life. So that's how it works.
Cool. So let's think about it.
Yeah.
So I mean, you have helped your community through personal development, but then you also helped Bulgaria a lot through like social enterprises. I don't have to say a couple of them. But then what will be like your favorite one? The one you think has created the most positive evolution in Bulgaria, and the one that maybe could scale or.
Yeah, I've got two favorite the non-profits that I've been involved in. The first one is called Forbes League. It's actually the largest soccer championship in the country. There's like almost 2,000 people playing football every week and it's like in its 12th year. So we started before I finished high school. So now it's one of the biggest championships for amateurs, fans who play football. It's amazing. It's huge, and it's made really good impact because all these people are spending time playing, having sports, thinking about their health and things like this. Which is most of the people are from the technology sphere, so they need to move more and to do sports. So this is actually it's a very good cause.
Nice.
And the second one is CSR Bulgaria. It's a non-profit that we are trying to make companies do more socially oriented project for the people, for the nature, for the community. And this is one of my biggest causes too. I very believe that we can transform our community through the business, not through politics or not through different.
That's true. It couldn't be more accurate in the current trend. Like,
exactly.
People focus on politics, but in the end, change has to come from entrepreneurship.
Yeah, everyone is spending most of their time at work, especially here, because in some countries they work less, but here everyone works more, and it's if we can impact your behavior and your beliefs in the workplace, you'll be a different person afterwards. So this is, I believe, how can we change not only Bulgaria but the whole world. So this is if the company owners and the company managers become more aware and more socially oriented, they do more sustainable decisions. This will change in the world.
Great. Yeah. So actually, it's kind of fitting into our next question here, because it has been like the election of Donald Trump here in America. It has been really crazy. In San Francisco, there are a lot of manifestations, strikes, even schools and all students and kids are going into the streets to manifest in the UN Plaza, to the civic centers. It's really crazy. So in the current trend, you talk about entrepreneurship already, but what will be your key message in this time of uncertainty and stability? People are a bit lost. What would be your key message really to try to keep people united or not actually? I don't know. What's your point of view?
People need to be united, but this is not something new. I mean, the world always been shaking. There'll be only a few decades, and that's it. It's not like this. But then, if you take the historical view, worlds have been shaking all the time. So, the message I have, it's just be together and be united and help each other. That's the only way that we can survive. And it's not that the politics will change the things. If we don't change, we're already seeing examples of people changing their behavior because of an election that actually that's not applied yet. So this is actually will change the things, not someone who's elected or a party, or they can impact some rules, some laws, but it's not going to change us. So that this is we can do things and we can stop things from getting bad. So that just people believe and have the passion to follow their dreams and be united and help each other.
Yeah, let's be united for solutions, as they say here.
Invent more solutions and yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that's fantastic. Really, thank you so much, Boris, for sharing all those amazing insights. It's such a pleasure to have you here in the house. We're gonna maybe welcome more startups from Bulgaria with you.
Oh yeah, definitely. One is coming tomorrow, so
yeah. The B guys.
Be smart.
Be smart. Be smart.
Be smart are coming tomorrow.
Be smart. Keep it strong. Cool. Yeah. So thank you so much, Boris. We'll see you again soon.
Yeah.
And good comeback to Bulgaria.
Yeah. Thank you.
This has been The Voice of Solutioners, presented by Serendipia. To stay up to date, like us on Facebook at facebook.com/serendipialife. Thanks for watching.